Jai Hind Business. I am Parag Rastogi, student professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering from Swami Vivekananda Bharati University. Welcome all of you in this session. Today's topic is software project management, and before starting this topic, we have to understand the basics and the very fundamentals of this subject, software project management. So, first of all, the question is, what is a project? How we define a project? So a project is a group of tasks that needs to complete to reach in a clear result, or we have to compile the project and to verify it to get the outcomes from this project to a concrete level or a result. So a project also defines as a set of inputs and outputs which are required to achieve a goal. Projects can be from very simple level to a very complex type of level, and they can be governed by a single person or two person or a group of people, or maybe hundreds of people. Projects are usually described and approved by a project manager or a team representative or a team executive. They go beyond their expectations and objects, and it is up to the team to handle the project's logistics and to complete a project in a given stipulated time. For good project development, some teams or some team executives split the projects into two or more parts so that they can verify the project, so that they can implement the project and manage the projects in a very meaningful and efficient way. So it is up to the team or to the project manager how they can implement, how they can control the project while performing them. Now, what is software project management? The main term of this subject, what is SPM or software project management? So we can define software project management is an art and discipline of planning and supervising the software projects. It is a sub-discipline of software project management in which software projects planned, implemented, monitored and controlled. It is a procedure of managing, allocating and timing resources to develop complete software or a computer software that fulfills all the requirements as prescribed by the customer or by the project handling team. In software project management, the client and the developer need to know the length, period and cost of the software so that they can easily maintain the software and execute the software. So now the next question is, how it is different from software engineering? This is a very basic question. Most of the learners want to know what is the difference between software project management and the software engineering. So software engineering, if you define software engineering is an art or discipline that is used to produce good quality software in a stipulated time, in a predefined time, so that they can be delivered to the customer in a given time and with a quality level of parameters. So the primary aim of software engineering is to produce the software within a certain time, within the stipulated budget, so that the good quality software can be handed over to the customer. While on the software project management, we have to plan, we have to monitor, we have to control and we have to maintain all the necessary logistics, all the characteristics, all the attributes that is required to complete a project in the software project management domain. So now the various prerequisites of the software project management. What are the different characteristics that you have to maintain while performing the software project management activities? First is the time. The schedule for the project to reach completion. So that in the time factor, we have to schedule the project in such a way that we can conclude the project in a stipulated time, in a predefined time. That's why we have to make we have to maintain the project, we have to complete the project with certain time limits. Next factor is the cost. The cost can be defined as the budget allocated for the project to meet its objectives and complete it on time. So cost is a very important factor, because if the project goes beyond the limits of the predefined cost of the project, then it can be delayed, then it can be over budget, and we cannot convey the delay or the over budget project to the customer. So it is our duty to maintain the cost parameters of the project so that they can be minimized in a certain budget. Third point is the scope, the specific deliverables of the project. In the scope, we have to define what is the primary requirements of the project, what are the various objectives that we have covered in our project, and we have to specify the very deliverables that we have to hand over to the customer while preparing the project. And third point is the quality, the standard of the outcomes of the project. Quality means that the project meets all the necessary requirements, all the necessary expectations as prescribed by the customer, so that they can be in a good condition and customer can happily implement the project according to its requirements, and the requirements will be fulfilled by the project. So now, next topic is what is a project manager? Because project manager is a very important person in the software project management activity, who looks after all the different activities, the different planning phase, implementation phase, and other type of phases in the software project management. So what is project manager? So we can define a project manager is a character who has the overall responsibility for the planning, for the designing, execution, monitoring, controlling, and closure of a project. A project manager represents the complete and essential role in the achievement of the projects. A project manager is a character who is responsible for giving decisions, both large and small decisions, or the different type of projects. Means either it's a small project or large project. The project manager is a key role in the project management activities. The project manager is used to manage the risk and minimize uncertainty. Every decision the project manager makes must directly profit to their project. Now, next point we have to clarify that what are the different responsibilities of the project manager, or the different responsibilities that is performed by a project manager, or the team executive, or the person who is mainly responsible for the development of the project activities. So there are mainly 5 categories or 5 types of services that is governed by the project manager. First is the managing risks and issues. All are the different type of risks that encountered in the project, all the different issues that the project development phase is to face are governed by the project manager. Second is create the project team and assign tasks to several team members. So for clearly understanding and implementing of a project, it is the responsibility of the project manager or the team head who headed the project team, that they divide the project, they divide the different modules of the project into the various members of the team, so that every member can handle their module and implement the module on their own and in a given time. Third service or the responsibility of a project manager is activity planning and sequencing. Which activity have to define first, which activity have to perform first, it is decided by the project manager. Fourth responsibility is the monitoring and reporting of the progress. How the project is going on, what are the different milestones we have achieved so far, what are the different risks we have to face, or what are the different progress criteria that we are achieving. All the reports are prepared by the project manager. And the fifth type of responsibility is modifies the project plan to deal with the situation. So there are certain times when the project manager has to define the different parameters or functionalities of the project in a different way. Means if a project activity is not performed as up to the mark, then it's a duty of the project manager that to review the project activity and change according to the requirements or according to the feasibility study after analysis of the feasibility study of the project, and set or plan a new functionality or adding or delete any functionality which is which affects the project execution. So all are the project plan and other situations is dealt by the project manager. Now the next topic is what is the need of software project management? Why we need the term software project management? So software is a non-physical product. Software development is a new stream in business, and there is very little experience in building software products. Most of the software products are made to fit clients' requirements. The most important is that the basic technology changed and advances so frequently and rapidly that experience of one product may not be applied to the other one. Such type of business and environment constraints increase risk in software development. Hence, such type of business and environmental constraints increases risk. So, such type of business and environmental constraints increases risk in software development. Hence, it is essential to manage software projects efficiently. It is necessary for an organization to deliver quality products, keeping the cost within client's budget constraint and deliver of the project as per the schedule. Hence, in order the software project management is necessary to important user requirements along with budget and time constraints. So we have to maintain all the four important characteristics of the software project management while preparing the different parameters of the project. Means time, cost, budget. These are the very important parts of implementing or controlling or maintaining the software. So that's why we need the software project management activities during the software project development. Now, the next is the vision and scope document. What is the vision and scope? The vision and scope document is one of the most important tools that a project manager has. It is also one of the easier to implement. A good vision and scope document will help a project avoid some of the costliest problems that a project can face. By writing the document and circulating it among everyone involved in the project manager can ensure that each of the stakeholders and engineers share a common understanding of the projects or their needs being addressed, and that the software must address them. So we have to very much clear about the vision and the scope of the project that we have to develop. What are the different scope criteria, what are the objective of the project, and what is the vision to create or to develop this project? It is very much clear before the software project management. Before starting other topic, we have to give in some models while developing a project. So there are different models in the software. One is the waterfall model. Second is the iterative enhancement model. Third, we can say is the incremental model. Fourth one is the spiral model. And these models are very much essential for developing a project. We have to follow one of these models while developing the project. So these project development models we will cover in some other lecture, and today we have to wind up this topic. So I hope you understand, you learn the basics of the software project management. So that's for now. Thank you so much.